Okay, hi everyone. Once here. I hope you all have a wonderful day. And today I'll be continuing the series of Get to Know Me, basically. And today we're going to talk about the meaning behind my name. Okay, um, so basically you guys probably already see this name in the description and my profile and something like that. So basically, I would like to call myself Enomonia. I know it sounds similar to pneumonia, which is a sickness, but it's not. I could ensure it's not from that. It doesn't have any correlation with it. But obviously, this name is not my a government name, but it's a name that I made for myself. Honestly, I like this name more than my government name. And now I'm going to break it down to you guys. So basically, the first time I make this name is when I was in middle school. That time I was like, I need an email and I want to find, a name for myself. And somehow, suddenly, I came across this. So basically, I was looking at a bunch of books, a stack of books in the room, and just searching frantically towards the pile of books, like searching for a name. And then somehow this name came into me. So basically, it's a mixture between two words. So the word animal, it's basically from emotion, and Nia means from Niagara, which is means stands for water. So this is the simple version of it. But if you combine these two names, it becomes emotion like water. Emotion like water. And this meaning really line up with me personally because honestly, ever since I start having self-awareness and stuff like that, like I started to feel that I feel so much, you know like feeling so much of people emotion. Like I'm so sensitive towards people emotion. And to some extent, when you see water, right, from a river, from a lake, from rain, maybe, or like an ocean at this point, right, all of this water are moving. Like they're constantly moving. Like even in a lake, like yeah, they just in the lake, but the water keep changing, going to the rain and going to the soil, and I'm like, just the full cycle. And that's what I feel sometimes about myself. Like, I don't really like just staying in one place. I like to explore something new, going to new places, meeting new people, like, constantly on the move. And I think that's one of the basic thing about water. That's the first one. And then the second one, waters follow the container, right? If you put water on a bowl, the water gonna follow the bowl shape. If you put it on a bottle, then the water going to follow the bottle shape, and so on. And it also kind of relates, like I could relate to that because I feel like whenever I meet someone new, whenever I'm, just meeting new people here and there, like I'm always becoming like the reflection of that person. Like I'm becoming what they are. As like I'm copying them, trying to become what they prefer in a way. I know to some extent it's not good, but I tend to do that and unconsciously sometimes to the point many people likes me because of that, because I just blend in well with the crowd, you could say. And that's the second reason why I could relate with the water. And then the third one, the one that I guess like even deeper is how deep is the water itself. Just imagine like you're in the shore, just looking fast into the ocean. And the ocean is like it's endless water, you know. Like from the shore it's like just small and then goes deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And when I see myself and people around me, I feel that, you know, it's like that. Most people only know me from the shore. They they could, just standing here, touch the water with their feet, play around with it, having fun. Some maybe try to swim. Like, yeah, this is fun. I like the deep water. People who knows me better, deeper, those kind of stuff. But then it goes even deeper, and way, way deeper. I mean, I will talk about it more in the upcoming video. But the thing is, if you go too deep, you're gonna start drowning because the weight of the water just going to crush you. And to some extent, I do tell people around me that, it's not easy to know me. And sometimes I even warn them, like, don't get too close or you're gonna drown. This is kind of a bit hard topic to talk about, but yeah, it's like that. Like, the more you know me, the more deep you go, the deeper you go, the more, you know, the more armor you need to put, like the more equipment you need to use because you cannot go dive deep dive without a proper gear. You're gonna die. So you have to have a proper gear. And sometimes I warn people, like, if you wanna go deeper, if you wanna know me better, well, you have to be prepared. You have to know that it's not easy to know me. That's why even there's one time when I told my ex, like, you know, I I would treat you better if you're a stranger because you don't need to know the deep stuff. You don't need to see the flaws, the imperfection, you know, the dark side in a way. So yeah, I guess that's the short version of the meaning of my name. And it goes pretty deep, honestly. So yeah, if we mark it down again, the first one is constantly moving. I cannot write it, but moving. That's the first, and then the second one, following the shapes in the container, and then the third one, it goes deep. So yeah, those are the three things that describes me as a person, and that's why if you guys call me, I do prefer you guys call me by Enomonia, and you got to call me Mon or Mona for short. And even my nickname has a meaning, and that is going to be discussed on the next video because it's gonna be too long. But yeah, I guess that's the main thing. I hope you guys could understand and follow the process, I guess. And I'm really sorry this video takes so long to make. I planned to do this way earlier, but many things come up. But yeah, well, I guess that's all for today. We'll continue in another video. Thank you so much for listening. I'll see you guys again in the next video. Thank you. All the love from me. Bye bye.